FNC Real Sports Touchdown. 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 FNC Real Sports Touchdown. It's the clash of the champions, keeping it real. Get the truth about sports from Kenny McNeil and Rick Del Campo. Equipped with the ammo, predict all the outcomes and scores for the famo. Pigskin commentary, hardwood glory, ringside action, and baseball stories. Weekly updates to get the people all the news. Real sports talk is the show you gotta choose. Stay tuned for the best sports show around. FNC Real Sports Touchdown.
Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of FNC Real Sports Talk. I'm your boy Kenny Mack.
And I'm Rick Del Campo.
We're going to go straight into recapping the Bears at the 49ers Monday night game. That was a good game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was going in, it was the backup bowl 2012. You was expecting this to be sloppy football, but it wound up being a one-sided victory.
One-sided.
It was ridiculous how the Bears actually didn't show up to play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, I thought Jason Campbell would have came into this game and played a lot better than he did, man. But Colin Kaepernick, I believe that's his name, backup 49ers. I think Coach Harbaugh didn't get no rest last night. Because at the end of the day, that guy played good, poised in that pocket, using his tight end as a safety net. I mean, he acted like he belonged there.
Yeah, he looked fresh. I mean, he looked like a veteran, like he's been in the game for some time. I mean, on both sides of the ball, you had Aldon Smith going for 5.5 sacks. Crazy stat, 5.5 sacks. And then you had Kaepernick that actually played really, really well. Actually, I would say the best quarterback 49ers played this season. Nothing that Alex Smith has done has been anything as exciting as this. But the story of the day is actually the Bears defense. I mean, it's 2 weeks in a row the Bears defense comes up short. And we had them as Super Bowl contenders. Now you're wondering, were they pretenders or contenders?
That's a good question, though. I'm going to say pretenders and contenders. It depends on if Jay Cutler comes back. It's going to be a repeat of next year. If he does not come back in that playoffs, hopes are shattered after Jay Cutler having a great season that he is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've never been high on that Bears team as being contenders. I have to be totally honest. I've been telling people for some weeks now that they've been pretenders. They were the benefit of an easy schedule and great defense, but a great defense can't show up to every single game when your offensive line and your offense hasn't run smoothly. I mean, think about some of the teams that they beat this year, one-handedly, but they weren't no one particularly special. I think they had a big win at Baltimore, but other than that, there's nothing really good about the Bears' overall team, and their defense is outstanding. So I still do put them in the playoffs, but I don't see them as contenders for anything special. Now, Andy Reid, what can we say about Andy Reid and these Philadelphia Eagles? He has come on the fire week after week, and just this week we had stories that Andy Reid was going to be fired on Monday, this coming Monday, and he wound up not being fired. But the question is, should Andy Reid be fired, or should he just go ahead and resign?
All right, let me talk to the people of the city of Philadelphia right now. All right. This is a sensitive subject coming from an Eagles fan. All right. Fired or step down, either one that comes first. We need Andy Reid out of Philly. Bottom line. Let me tell you why I say this. We talking common sense. I've watched these games. Andy Reid used to be a genius. Managing the clock, calling plays, everything. Common sense is not on that field right now. And the Philadelphia Eagles defense had quit on Andy Reid. Not just quit, but at the end of the day, they are quitting on the people of Philadelphia. We have been waiting for a Super Bowl for a long time. It's bad in Philly right now, and something needs to happen. Andy Reid has to go.
Yeah, I agree. Andy Reid will want to go in. I mean, why now? Why not just let him go out the rest of the year? He's been the Philadelphia Eagle for quite some time. Give him the decency and get fired again here.
His mind is not there.
His mind's not there. No one's
too many personal problems. Everything.
Everyone's on vacation. So for one terrible or lackluster team this year to two surprising teams in the NBA, the New York Knicks are 7-1, and the god-awful bad Charlotte Bobcats are now 5-4. Yeah. What do you think about the Knicks going 7-1?
7-1. The Knicks, all they needed was point guard play. Good point guard play. Their team set up every position, and they are deep. I think they're going to go give the Heat, LeBron James and them, a time for their money coming out the Eastern Conference this year.
Yeah, they look good, and they still have Amari Stoudemire needs to come back and play. Now, how does he fit into that mix? That's the story for the coach. He's going to have to figure out a way to slide him in there because this Knicks team has been putting up some great defense. Carmelo Anthony the other night, they won a game where Carmelo only had 9 points in the game. I mean, this is the kind of play that we've been looking for in New York out of the Knicks, and they look good.
And they have 2 point guards that can match that point, that give and go. That pick and roll when Amari Stoudemire gets back on that floor.
Absolutely. Then you got the Brooklyn Nets who are doing good. They're 6-2. But the big surprise is the Bobcats 5-4.
Bobcats 5-4.
They only won 7 games last year. This year they won 5 games in their first month of play.
Yeah, and they actually doing good. They're getting a big play from their second-year point guard. Oh, they usually run off guard too, but second-year point guard
Kemba Walker.
Yeah. I mean, he's coming in, so he's an elite point guard in this league, but they're doing good over there in Charlotte.
Yeah, well, the NBA season runs a long course, and this is a full marathon, so it's just starting off. So, we probably check back with the NBA after the new year.
Most definitely. Now, we got 2 teams fighting for that last playoff spot. Who do you think has a better chance, Dallas Cowboys or the New Orleans Saints?
Oh, man, that's actually a pretty good question. I mean, the Saints have been playing outstanding play. I mean, they started 0-4. Now they're, up to 500. They're 5-1 in their last 6 games. They're playing just as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But their schedule gets tough. I mean, they got to play the likes of, the Giants. They got to play Atlanta again. They got to play Carolina, which beat them the first time around. But they have a pretty hard schedule. On the flip side, the Cowboys have a cakewalk, to be quite honest. They play one 500 par team.
They go
through the Nets.
These last 6 games, I'm looking at the Cowboys go 3-3. They're gonna finish the season at 8-8. So I'm gonna go with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints that have the better chance. His quarterback play is more consistent than Romo's. Their defense is playing more better than the Cowboys right now, so I'm gonna give them that last spot. Cowboys 8-8 at the end of the season. I'm thinking they'd be 9-7 on that last. The Saints would be 9-7 on that last game of the season.
Yeah, I actually don't think either one of them are going to be playoff bound. But if I had to give it to them, it'll be the Cowboys. Again, Saints have a very defensive. They're going to have a defensive struggle with the next few games that they have on their hands. Whereas the Cowboys can actually come out, 4-2. Over the last 6 games, and at 9-7, they can actually win the NFC East to get into the playoffs. Like last year's team, the Giants, that won at 9-7. Now that's if the Giants just fall completely apart. So I have to say the Cowboys actually have a better shot of making the playoffs. Now we're just a couple of days away from Turkey Day, and with Turkey Day, besides all the great food, we have football. And this year, of course, like every other year, we have our football games. 3 great games ahead of us for Turkey Day.
Eat good, look at TV good, look at them games, we good.
Oh, absolutely. And then the first games, we have the Redskins and Cowboys at a 4 o'clock late afternoon slot.
Yes, sir. And the thing about it, I believe that's how that's going to go down. My pick on that one will be the Redskins putting daggers in the Cowboys playoff hopes with a loss this Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, I just said they'll go 4-2, but this is one of the 2 that they'll lose. I think RG3 has another great game. I mean, another game to remember after this historic year he's doing. I think he downs the Cowboys.
He's gonna continue on his great quarterback play from demolishing the Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday, career day for the young man, and he's gonna continue doing what he's doing.
All right, well, he gets a turkey leg on that game, and then in the late night game, we have the New England Patriots are traveling to New York to take on the Jets.
Another L for the Jets, and hopefully they're trying to do something, get some excitement back in football, and bring Tebow in and see what he does. He does magic happens again.
Yeah, you know what? That actually sounds pretty good. A turkey-full Tebow day. And just have Tebow come in on the holiday and just send a message to everybody.
Why not?
Who knows? But the Patriots are going to wind up being playing catch-up in this game. They lost, what's my man's name? Gronk. They lost Gronk for 4 to 6 weeks. So you're going to have to switch up. I mean, they're the masters of adapting, but it's going to be interesting to see how they do against the Jets.
They're still going to run through the Jets.
I agree.
They're going to still run through the Jets.
The Jets going right on the run.
Also, 1 o'clock game, we got the Texans and the Lions.
Yeah.
What you think about that game?
I mean, the Texans are just running up all cylinders. Did you see what they did last week? Matt Shaw, 540 yards, 5 touchdowns. I mean, it's ridiculous what these guys are doing.
Well, Dave, my pick is the Texans also. This is the most complete team in the NFL. I mean, running game, passing game, defense holding their own. I just don't see anybody competing with them coming out the AFC this year.
Yeah, you're right. Both sides of the ball.
Both sides.
The Texans are the number 1 on my list. You know, so I got Texans at 1 o'clock game. I got the Redskins at the 4 o'clock game. And then I have the New England Patriots at the 8 o'clock game.
And I got the same picks he got this week. And I also got, hopefully, we can all eat good to see an interesting Jets game. Because I want to see Tebow.
Definitely. Shopping or not shopping?
Not shopping.
No, like after football, we may do it. But that's a wrap for this episode of FNC Real Sports Talk. Thank you guys for coming out again. Again, make sure you guys check us out on Twitter and on Facebook. And we'll have another show for you pretty soon.
Real soon, baby. We're going to keep you coming like we always do.
Take care.
Peace.
FNC Real Sports Touchdown. 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 FNC Real Sports Touchdown. It's the clash of the champions, keeping it real. Get the truth about sports from Kenny McNeil and Rick Del Campo. Equipped with the ammo, predict all the outcomes and scores for the family. Pigskin commentary, hardwood glory, ringside action, and baseball stories. Weekly updates to get the people all the news. Real sports talk is the show you gotta choose. Stay tuned for the